Hello curious learners. So today we are going to start with the chapter 5 of class 9 science, the fundamental unit of life. I'm sure you have guessed that today we are going to discuss about cell. So why we are referring cell as fundamental unit? Because it is basic plus important for existence of life. So the smallest thing I can call as living is a cell. Hence, a cell is capable of independent existence. Cell is also referred as structural and functional unit of life. So why structural? Because all the organisms are composed of cells. You can compare cell to the bricks of your house. For example, the bricks make up the whole house. Similarly, cells make up the whole organisms. Why functional? Because the life processes that keeps you alive occurs in the cells. The functions happening in your body are due to the interactions between the cells. Now, let me tell you about how the cells were discovered. So there was a scientist named Robert Hooke. In 1665, he made his own microscope. It was a primitive microscope because at that time no microscopes were available. He made this to observe the diversity around him. He saw some cork cells under the microscope. Cork cells are nothing but bark. Now, what is bark? When you see a tree trunk, the outermost brown layer you see is called as bark. He observed the cork cells from the bark of oak tree. The bottle cork that you must have seen is the same cork we are talking here. What he observed under the microscope, he saw something like this. Small compartments, tiny compartments, and these are referred to as honeycomb like structure in your NCERTs. So when we will discuss plant cell, we'll see that outside the cell there is a cell envelope, extra cell envelope I must say, that is cell wall. That cell wall is like a cover to the cells. So what he saw were actually cell walls of plant cells, and the cells were actually empty. What you can conclude is that Robert Hooke saw dead cells. This is very important. He didn't see the living cells. The cells he observed were actually dead. So these empty compartments looked like small rooms. And in Latin, there is a term used for small rooms called as cellula. And from this, we get our term cell. I know you're curious to know, then who first saw a living cell? So there was another scientist named Leeuwenhoek. His full name was Anton von Leeuwenhoek. In 1674, what he did was he made a better microscope than Robert Hooke. Then he observed pond water and saw live cells. He also saw sperm cells, bacteria, RBCs. RBCs are nothing but red blood cells in your blood. Okay. The other scientist you need to know is Robert Brown. In the year 1831, he discovered nucleus, and last but not the least, we'll be discussing little more during the chapter. There's a scientist named Purkinje. So, in the year 1839, he coined the term proto so protoplasm actually means cytoplasm plus nucleoplasm. We'll discuss about this